Yes, good afternoon, our viewers. You'll pardon us. It has been a while since we really joined you. We've had a lot going on, but as you know, Hot Tech is always here, and I'm glad to be joined by yours and only Mr. Hudson Mugweri. You can maybe say hello to the viewers, and as we look forward to this episode.
The viewers out there. It's nice coming to talk to you once again. As you know, we talk sports
Yeah,
and hope you enjoy the show.
absolutely. So we just kick right away with Chan. We were supposed to really cover Chan, the beginning of Chan, but right now it doesn't matter. We have really come into the midst of things. Let's start with the big game that has really sent shockwaves in Uganda. A lot of people talking about tactics. Everyone is now a football pundit, including us now, because we love our country. I was there. It was something that shocked me. I watched the game. I had hopes. I saw some tactics, Molewe Kwaso's tactics. I saw some players in there, Kakande doing some good stuff. Alan Okello as usual, Serunjoji. There was a lot in that game that we are going to really try to unpack, starting with our league, the value of our league. It has really exposed our league, also some of the tactics, but also the players. We had the players, and even the first score that was named, they had issues, people complained until up to now. Mr. Hudson, first give me a general overview of the game before I throw questions your way.
The truth is, we struggled a lot. We struggled a lot. The team wasn't, I think, ready for Algeria. We played so-called S football, like how the president of FIFA calls it, called it one kind. We were completely off because our first shot on target was towards the end of first half. That is Kakande's shot on target, you know. And after that shot, the ref blew the whistle. I'm like, hey, what's happening to us? You know, even I would say, literally speaking, it was we gambled a lot. Gambled a lot. I would say yes, gambled with that team. As a team, we gambled. I think the coaches weren't ready for Algeria. Weren't ready for the match as well.
What? Let's start with the lineup. uh, of course, we cannot say there were not players in the team. Like we have the one of the top scorers, two top scorers in the team, NBC and also Alano Kello in there. Though that they left some players like Mucho, but we had quality on the bench. Where did we lose this game from? A lot of people were talking of the defense. Like leaving out Hilary Mukundane, one of the
Yeah,
top defenders in the league, and playing
true,
Dongo and Torach.
true.
Yeah. What do you make of
Mm.
that? Yeah.
The issues for Dong and Torach,
Mm,
both of them don't have that game reading. You get it. Hilary Mkunane is a good game reader.
mm,
When you look at him, we've seen him at Vipers,
mm,
how he can really read the game so well and say, you know what, this guy is a really good defender. So as a coach, you want to see good results. Why can't you partner? The people have been partnering for a full season. Torach and Hilary Mkunane. Why you bring in Odong as well? And also on the left back as well, the Odong bit of it. I didn't see any cross from him. And guess what? The third goal, it was behind the central defenders. You know what next? That wasn't an offside. It was a clear goal.
mm,
Yeah, because he did move very fast. Actually, Gavin had more crosses, had more runs than even Odong himself.
mm.
You know,
A lot of people were
you
saying
know,
that Gavin also suffered a lot. He didn't
yeah,
really show up, like both the left
it
back
is
and
suffered,
right back.
but
Yeah.
at least you could see him do something. He was taking the runs.
Mm,
Yeah, as compared to Gideon Odong.
mm,
Leaving that aside,
mm.
the midfield. You know, why can't you partner Joel Sonjoji and Watambala at the same time? When the guy came in and
Stephen
we saw what happened
Youngman.
in the second half
Yeah.
when the guy came
Mm,
in. Yes,
mm,
at least bring in Stephen Youngman and
mm, mm,
Joel Sonjoji. And as a coach, you want to be a team which is more attacking. You want to do the same thing to them.
mm.
Algeria is an attacking team. Yeah, it's what happened. What they did to us in
Oh my
the
God.
third goal.
The
The third
third
goal, it
goal,
was a
man.
beating. It was a
Man,
beating. It
kindergarten
was a beat.
football.
Everyone
Yeah.
was like, man, we live being beaten. This girl is just a beauty. And I recalled how the same thing happened to Halidou Baile. Remember when they left him kneeling
They
down?
left him kneeling
He
down.
called him-
When Halil fell, everyone was like, ah,
That's the
Chino
same thing.
Chiwende.
Yes,
Mm,
that's the same thing which happened to Mutakuya.
mm.
Something which happened
Mutakuba
to Mutakuya.
also, I mean, ah, man, there's a
He was
lot.
left.
Looking at,
Was
uh,
left down.
mm,
There's a lot. There's a lot. Imagine like you have a keeper with the most clean sheets on your squad in
mm,
the league,
mm.
and you're benching him. Because Siemens has the most clean sheets in the league,
Man,
and you're
even the
benching him.
first goal, like, I
You
don't
know
know.
why can't you start Yunus
Mm,
ahead of Anyama?
exactly. Speaking of the
Eh?
striking,
Start Yunus
let me
ahead of
let me
Anyama.
ask you about the striking. I was there. I was watching Anyama. I was just behind the first half, like behind the goal, just behind there. He did, he did not win
Mm.
any aerial duels. All the crosses that were in the first half, he did not win any aerial duels. They won all aerial duels. And also his runs. Like I was
Yes,
looking at his runs, he wasn't opening up. Or perhaps he needed Alano Kelo to move in front and maybe join him closer. And I thought maybe we would play with one defensive midfielder because Algeria wasn't attacking us really. It was waiting for us to hold the ball and really get us on the break. And that is something I
true.
saw. If you had really played one
Mm.
defensive midfielder, Sergio, you played very well, and maybe Senegal also had a very good game. But of course, Algeria wasn't pressing high, so that's why they could have somewhat. You would have removed
Yeah,
one
actually,
defensive midfielder.
I can't I can't talk ill about it.
Mm. Yeah, so like we thought like we'd remove one defensive midfielder and maybe support Anyama in front, but
But I would say
still,
one thing: we struggled
mm,
a lot. The selection
a
of the
lot.
team
Everything was
was
wrong.
one
Yeah,
thing.
even the selection. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Let me read for you the lineup and also the bench that we had. Mutakuwa in goal. Gavin Chizito. Toraj Odong
Yeah,
also on the left. Serun Georgie, Alan Okello.
hope
Here,
in
Alan Okello was playing in the
the next
midfield.
game against Guinea, we shall
Mm.
see the difference.
Sebagala, Kakande, Anyama, and Semugabi. Semugabi
Yeah,
also had a very bad game. He had a very bad game. I don't know what you saw from Semugabi, especially in the first half. But he had a really bad game, and I don't know why he played Semugabi on the right, or on the right, and they were interchanging with Anyama. You get so even the selection. I would even start to okay. Let's follow statistics. Ivan and BC would have started ahead of if like just statistics.
he
Give
struggled.
somebody a chance.
That's why we were substituted.
Mm. Yeah, he struggled a lot. Then on the bench, so these are the options that like he had on the bench. Uh, Ngondwe,
But
Sentamu,
let,
Osama Arafat.
let's go back. Let's go back to FOFA itself. Go back to FOFA
Mm.
itself.
Go on, I can hear you. Mm. Yes, Edison, I can hear you. Go on. I can hear you.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Go on.
Okay. I was saying, let's first go back to FOFA itself. You've got Sam Simbwa as a stand coach of the Cranes, but you go ahead, pick Molebe Kwaso and Muhumuza to handle Chan. Now, how can we know that Simbwa is now an experienced coach and planned something out of
Mm.
or foot? Why can't he be the coach of the country? Let's go back so far as well. Molebe Kwaso has been fired 2 times in 2 years from KCCA, from SCV as well. Yes, he's a football legend, but we've seen what he can do. We've seen what he can do. He's a struggling coach.
Mm.
That I'm sure that I can say it. Struggling coach. Yeah. But what was the essence of bringing in Molavia Kwaso and Muhumuza when you've got Simba there? Who would run the team?
And you'd see the coach still coaching. I saw him first half. He entered the dressing room. That is Paul Put entering the dressing room. Like I don't know even the structures of coaching. Was he the one in charge? Were the Muhumzas and Bekwaso in charge? I mean, you would see him even the first half, the warm ups. He was getting involved. Now when the blame comes, now people are shooting the daggers at Bekwaso and Muhumza, which is true, but also the selection. You're right. Yeah.
Just know it. This chanting has been a mess somehow, somewhere. But regardless, we move.
Yeah. So anyway, let's as we also close this. What does it make of our league in terms of if you look at Kenya, the one that we're using domestic players, Tanzania also won their first game against Burkina Faso. Is it Burkina Faso? Yeah, it's also not an easy country. It has a football pedigree, and also DRC, Kenya against DRC. DRC is it has the TP Mazembes, Mutema, yeah, you know, Vitalo O, all those is Lubumbashi, all those big teams. Their league is not really an easy team. It's also one of the best team leagues actually in Africa. They also won their game. For us here, we can say maybe we're playing Algeria with a very good squad, but still it really show league. Did it really
Exposed us. They exposed us. They exposed us. They exposed our league that we are so poor. If a league winner is getting 60 million,
somebody is going to be
with the amount of money they're
relegated.
investing in, they're getting only
Mm.
60 million.
And if you're relegated, you get
You know,
500.
those are just peanuts now to the. Those are peanuts to the person who is in Nigeria, who is in Kenya as well, because Kenya's league man has been increased, as well as Tanzania as well.
Yeah.
Because we see Tanzania goes as far as CAF Champions League,
Mm.
go as far as Confederations Cup finals.
Mm.
You know, for us, what's up with that league? We're getting 60 man, the winner.
Mm. Yeah. So anyway, now
And
we
now,
should.
Timon has to go ahead. Is like, right, let me give my players a bonus. As a team owners, giving them more money than even what the league gives them. So,
Eh,
they have a lot of talent in Uganda, but we need to adjust on a few things as a country.
I agree. I was looking at the contract start times signed with the league, and it was around 8 billion. That was for around 10 years. And also, you saw what the president offered the players. It's 1.2 billion. You look at the league itself for 10 years, it's worth 8 billion. Now, if you look at the Tanzanian league, for them they are injecting 4 to 5 billion every season, and for us in 10 years we are working with 8 billions. So you can see where our league really is, and it has really affected what even our performance. You can talk of football development, yeah, but of course we have talent, but also that can also come into play. It has also costed us this the start of the chan. But anyway, let's move on in the world of basketball. The Silverbacks are also preparing. They're also sorry the Gazelles. You saw what the Gazelles also did. So I don't know what. First, give me
So,
an insight. Yeah, insight into that and what you make of the past tournaments and the one that.
for the Gazelles, of course, for the Gazelles, we lost in the quarterfinals up against South Sudan, our neighbors, which was the most heartbreaking game I've ever watched in my life of basketball.
Mm,
We lost by half a basket. It was 68, 69.
mm,
And of course, we couldn't qualify for the semifinals, hence qualifying for the World Cup qualifiers.
mm,
But things happen. I know girls got back. They played against Mozambique. Of course, they lost. Uh, but now they're in good shape. And of course, towards the end of the Afrobasket, we were number eight out of the 12 teams. We were
mm,
number eight.
mm,
But for that, we topped our group because we beat then 11-time champion Senegal. We also went ahead and down Guinea like in a simple way. It was some simple game. It was speaking. The team was good. It was ready to play basketball thanks to the management, to Kuba. Give credit to Coach Nick, what he has done. The girls basketball in Uganda is big improvement in the team. And on top of that, one of our own, the team captain, was named among the top 5 players in the Afrobasket. That is Jenna Cindy. Made it the top 5 Afrobasket. Now they are back in Uganda. Of course, the league will resume, I think, today. Of course, there are some few games today, and as well on Saturday there are some league games. Of course, the league will end, I think, on Saturday. That's when the all games, the regular season will be end. And now the focus will be now on playoffs. But leave that aside, the men's team getting ready for Afrobasket. Is happening this month. And of course, the roster, the 12-man team was weak. It was live on Sport. And of course, there was some noise of like, how come this player was left out? How come someone was left out? But the team manager, Albert Hawe, of course, gave them reasons why some players are left out, like Tony Biliba. For him, he opted out. On the Arthur Kaluma can't be with us because he's now focusing on the NBA. Because he just signed the 1-year contract with Lakers, so he's focusing on his career right now with Lakers. So he's somehow so busy. On that team, of course, we saw new faces in the team. The likes of Luwa Nasif, the likes of Mugweri Christopher. Of course, those are new faces in the team. But we've seen Jete Joel Asian from under 18 is now into the top team, is now into the senior team. And of course, it's not a shocker to us because what he can do on the floor. He's a good point guard and he's a good match kid. He knows what to do when it comes to eyes and everything. Of course, the team has Ujete. It has Juan Steve, it has
about Deng
spoilers.
and Wainwright.
It is there. Yes. Ivan Mwez, Ishmael One White is part of the team as well. Odocho Pong Robinson. Is on the team. Bill Christopher is on the team. Omala Emmanuel on the team. Komagum is also on the team. Jonathan
Fired by Bale.
Fayed is on the team.
Okay.
On the team. Kaida Joel from UCU and on the team as well. And the only person who wouldn't make it to the team and they had to replace him is Oni Jackson. Due to the FIBA rules, he can't be with the team. That replaced him with Benga. That's when exchange we got into the team. But right now the team is composed. The coach is also into camp as well. Came in, I think, over the weekend. That is George Zinakapoulos is the team. He's coaching now the team in South Africa. Team in South Africa, the 10-day camp. That is the 10-day camp. So we should get ready for Afrobasket, which of course tips off on 12th of August. 24th of August, that's next week. So literally speaking, we shall be so busy. We're so busy still as a basketball fan, just still so busy. And people will be asking me for links. Please don't have links. Just download the StarTimes app. You know, basketball in it. Over from basket.
This time they're not giving us the YouTube one.
No, we've been using the thing. What? They'll be giving us, but I prefer the StarTimes because for it is safe. You can, StarTimes app. They're more clear.
Yeah, so with the Afrobasket going on and the league ending, there are two questions I wanted to ask you as we close. Number one, will the schedules again intersect each other with the league, or the league will take a break right now? And the second question is the second question is
continue.
The second question is you've watched the league this season very well. Yeah, you just give me one of some of the shockers and what you've made of the teams. I remember when we were beginning, we looked at Blazers with what the business they did in the market, but and also City Oilers. I don't know what you make of these top teams, and so far as some will be heading to the playoffs.
I would say since Bet Power came into our league as a league sponsor, that 130K bonus, winning bonus to each player on the winning team,
Mm.
changed everything in our league. It is now so competitive.
Okay.
Out of the blue, you see Jekyll beating City Oil.
Mm.
Out of blue, you see,
All right, we can go on. Yeah.
as I was saying, lately our basketball league became competitive. Thanks to the league sponsor now, that is Bet Power, who came in. And guess what? Each player is supposed to get, each winning team gets 130,000. But when they win a game, that made it competitive.
Okay.
Of course, when you look at Jack, Jack, JKL has got Thilo, and they have 17 wins, they're on top. KC has played on 18 games, of course. Their last game is this weekend. Same applies to JT. UC has played the 20 games. They're supposed to play 21 games, but of course, UC are remaining one game as well. Same applies to all the teams that have played 21 games. Actually, they're supposed to play 20 because the one challenge is out. So,
Mm.
JKL, UCU, uh, Angels, and Kumba Marines are done with
Okay.
for any side, which is now a movie in there. you know, 10-time champion.
Mm.
What time would it even? Of course, they won their game against JKL. That made them qualify for playoffs. Now they're in playoffs. The Mugo Blazers has lost only 3 games out of the 22 games played. Summit has number two. They've lost 8 games and they've won 14 games. Kampa Rocket 13 games, lost 9. UCU 13 games, they've lost 9 as well. Jetty Jaguars only 1 game to go. Stoilers is still in the playoff system. Res Life is also there. KC is also there. Victoria Crocs has a game to play. If they win that game, they'll be in the playoffs, and we may end up seeing KC pass a lot of the playoff quotation, which is so interesting.
Mm.
So literally speaking, the main division has been in the second round of regular. And of course, the Mongo Blazers, they're on the safer side. They've lost only 3 games out of the 22 games played. They've won 19. For them, they're still ready to be still number one. So you ask the question of will there be a movie? Will there be a break?
Yeah.
Will there be a break?
Mm.
That's the question last week. We spent the form champions Uganda. But as the trend is, they submit the champion who is supposed to represent Uganda at Bali. They told me September. I made them like with that time, with the league done by that time. That's a question to ask. Because Rwanda League is done, the Burundi League is done. I think Kenya is Royal League. Now the question is that it will let with the now around, we may end up finishing as early as possible because they use YMCA, they use the Nadia facility as well, then they use
there's
the Gogo. Those are
Yachivu also has a court.
that is for our division. Those
Mm.
are 3 facilities now.
Okay.
So even you see you actually using
Yeah.
those are 4.
Mm.
So which means when you're setting up the process for playoffs, you have to make sure on Wednesday there are like 3 or 4 venues taking place. even on a Friday, even on a weekend. Because Friday they always have one venue, be like YMCA or to
Mm.
go. But so that the playoffs end very fast, and now the winning team goes represents the country for BAL. But
Football,
if
yeah.
not, that's the case.
Mm.
We end up if the league ends late, we end up seeing City Oilers into BAL again if they don't win the league. But if
Wow, well,
they
shall we?
win,
Oh, that would be sad to hear. That would be sad to hear. I mean, I mean, you want somebody to really win it and go on merit, yeah. Especially with Namong Blazers really putting in a lot of effort this season to be able to win the league
yeah,
and really
uh,
and also make it for BAL. Yeah, that is really, really, really tricky. But thank you so much, Hudson, for that insight. Really, really, it has really, really been a very big insight into the league. With now, this is we're back. We shall be doing this every Tuesday when we have time. Me and Hudson, and we talk about sports, just engaging, and we talk about basketball, football, and other things that are really trending around. We give our opinion on it, and we really do our research on some of these things. Thank you so much, Miss Hudson. Until next time, yeah.